Hi, and welcome into Bruins Fan Review, Game 68 edition versus the Carolina Hurricanes. I know we all get real excited for these games against the Hurricanes, and all their fans do too. All 40 of them, because there were not many Hurricanes fans there. They were probably outnumbered by 7 to 8 times their amount by Bruins fans there. You got some Tuca chants, some screaming and yelling when we scored the game winner and all that. Very home-like atmosphere for the Bruins tonight, and interesting. Carolina's won a cup. You'd think they'd have a better following at home. I know they're a little out of the playoff race, but they're not that far out of it. It's like not unthinkable for them to make it. But anyway, big thing coming into the game: Marchand returning from his injury that he suffered with his incidental collision with Duclair. I think anyone who I don't think he meant to do it, but didn't look completely unintentional. Backus was returning from his suspension, which I also thought he deserved. A lot of Bruins Twitter did not agree with that, but I didn't see a big deal in it, and the Bruins went 2-1 without him, so didn't miss him too much, but it's nice to have him back. Good defensive forward. Carolina is 3-3 coming into this game in the month of March. Their leading scorers coming into the game were Teuvo Teravainen, who had a decent night tonight offensively. He had 20 goals and 34 assists coming in tonight. Sebastian Aho, who had 24 goals and 29 assists coming into the night. Justin Williams, Mr. Game 7 himself, 14 goals, 30 assists coming into the night for 44 points. And Jeff Skinner, who's having a down year with 20 goals and 21 assists. 41 points on the year. You'd expect more from Jeff Skinner. And yeah, that might be one of the reasons you look back on the season, Hurricane fans, and say, we didn't make the playoffs because insert Jeff Skinner. They only have 3 guys with a positive plus-minus coming in tonight. I don't know if they're positive leaving tonight, but they were positive coming in. Trevor Van Riemsdyk leads the team with +5, and then Teuvo, Teravainen, and Victor Rask are barely over the 0 mark. Goalies coming in tonight: Rask with a 28-11-4 record, 2.31 goals against average, 918 save percentage. Cam Ward, who has pretty good numbers if he was your backup, which is what you were hoping he'd be coming into the year, but Scott Darling is a heaping pile of crap this year. 19-11-4 for Ward, 2.7 goals against, and a 907 save percentage. Not bad for a backup. You'd hope he would have to play less games, but he is your starter now. Unfortunate, but that's the world you live in, Carolina Hurricanes fans, all 20 of you. Very slow start to the first period for the Bruins. Not the best looking team on the ice at the moment. Very slow, just very slow. They had a good finish though. Right before the goal, there was a huge stop by Tuca. The goal came very late in the first period, like last minute late. He stopped Jeff Skinner, who I mentioned having a bad year. Stick side, point blank. Jeff Skinner had a lot of net, but hit Tuca's glove blocker. Yeah, we're going to say that's blocker. Yeah, and Tuca was on his stomach to give you the idea of how much net Skinner had. Yeah, not a good look from him. But, that's the type of season he's having. He'll probably bounce back next year. He has a lot of talent. But Ryan Ashe is good to get it into Pasta down low. Pasta fakes wraparound. No-look backhand pass to Brad Marchand. That is a filthy pass. No look, he fakes the wraparound, backhand, doesn't look, so they don't know it's coming. Cam Ward sliding to the right, then all of a sudden Brad Marchand has the puck on his left. A lot of net to go to, and Marchand goes to it. That would be Marchand's 30th of the year, big milestone mark. 3rd season in a row, Marchand's had 30 goals. Good to see him succeeding, love it. Pasta, 41st assist, and Riley Nash with his 24th of the year. That's an assist against his former club. There was 11 seconds left in the first period. On my second page of notes here, Carolina would tie it up 1 minute into the second period. Pasta was called for a hooking call. Carolina to the power play. Aho with a filthy snipe. He's one of my favorite young players in the league, I will be honest. Around the league, I love watching Aho play. Filthy snipe, top corner, left stick side. Insane release. He had a really... his body was in a position you didn't know if he was going to shoot, and then all of a sudden it's just in the net. Possible to save. He shot it from about the top of the right circle, and halfway through the second, so about 10 minutes later, Teuvo Teravainen would score from the exact same spot as Sebastian Aho. Zdeno Chara was called for delay of game. Then Marchand with the tripping, 5-on-3, tons of ice. They go point to point, Falk to Aho, then Aho down to Tavo. Tavo does a one-time slapper, same spot as Aho as I mentioned, 2-1 Hurricanes. Late second, very late second. Lindholm wins face-off against Riley Nash to McGinn, who went like kind of right behind him. He immediately shoots it. Puck lands right behind Rask. Rask has no idea where it is. Sadly, the first person to realize where it is and the first person to get to it is Justin Williams, who divingly swipes it into the net. 3-1 Hurricanes. Bruins look not that good during the whole game. Let's be real. They didn't look good during the whole game. This isn't one they're going to look back on with great pride other than the ending. The whole 60 minutes, not a good pitcher. The last 10, great pitcher. The Hurricanes would then go 4-1 early in the third. Late second, Brett Pesce, I want to say that's how you say it, goes to box for tripping. Early third, which is like the overrun from the penalty because it started in the late second, goes to, you get the picture if you watch hockey. Pasta, his only bad moment of the night, really, well, from my vantage point, he loses the puck badly at the point, and Lindholm just picks it up because it's just left there on the blue line by Pasta. Goes coast to coast, gets a breakaway, but gets stopped by Tuukka. Brad Marchand, who was back-checking, overskated it and skated behind the net, which just left the puck sitting there off Tuukka's pad. And Brock McGinn, 12th of the season, shorthanded, gets the goal. It's a considered assist by Lindholm, even though he failed on his breakaway attempt. Interesting how that works, but I mean, the puck got there because of him, so I get it. Anyway, that would be the last goal Carolina scores, and yeah, they'd like to go back to that time. Let's just go over how the game looks at this point in time, because I haven't mentioned a few key things that you might be saying, Pat, why haven't you mentioned them? Well, because I'm mentioning them now. The Bruins look dead at this point. There is no energy. Like, I was just in there like, wow, I'm really going to watch 10 minutes of pointless hockey. That was my mindset going into it. I had no belief. I'm just going to be real with you guys. Very pessimistic type of personality when it comes to these leads, like 4-1. I mean, I know theoretically they can. I've seen it done before. But with just how the game flow looked, they weren't getting a lot of opportunities. And then that all changed real quick. But another thing that's interesting is we lost Torrey Krug. Reasons, there was no replay shown of when he went off the ice. There was nothing. Nesson did not do a good job of showing us how Torrey Krug got injured. We lost Jake DeBrusk when he took a scary hit into the boards. He kind of skated kind of wildly through a group of Carolina Hurricanes players and just slammed into it. They were talking about the head. Could have been shoulder, could have been head. I think head because he came back and then he left, but you know, I'm no doctor, I'm just Pat. Anyway, and then we lost Zdeno Chara, big loss if this is serious, and he definitely had a shoulder problem because you could see the way he was grabbing at it. He falls awkwardly, his legs kind of, they're big, they kind of get tangled, and I don't really know. He just slides into the boards, bangs his shoulder off them. This is an issue. I'll talk about it more at the end of the goal summary, but I just wanted to kind of build it up. So we have 4 defenders left. We're down 2. DeBrusk is gone, so we're losing a forward too. They look like crap, and I didn't see this coming. The Bruins were outshot 29-23 at this point. They're leading at the end of the first, so that gives you an idea how the game just swung in Carolina's favor to the point they were out shooting us at this point, and they were losing in shots at one point. But Matt Grzelcyk had different things in mind. Apparently, according to Cassidy, Brad Marchand was rallying the troops on the bench, which you love to hear that. I'm wearing my Brad Marchand jersey right now. Love to hear that. One of my favorite players in the league. I don't care how dirty he is. Schaller loses pucks on the board. Loses puck, not plural, my bad. He loses a puck on the boards, which slows the whole play down. He somehow keeps it, though. Slides it up the boards to Corrali, who's there. Corrali then ties up with Brett Pesce. Grizz out of nowhere jumps up into the play. You love to see D-man getting up in the play occasionally because, it creates odd-man situations like it did in this play. 2v1 with Jacob Slavin. Plays pass, lays out, and Grzelcyk says fine, and shoots top corner off Ward. And Ward got beat in the top corners a lot. He went down early, he just got beat. So Grizz with his 3rd of the season, you love to see it. No celebration whatsoever either out of him. Pasternak kind of jokingly in the post-game interview was like, Grzelcyk's celebration is what really got us going. He was being sarcastic if you didn't realize because Grzelcyk, no smile, nothing. Just skate to boards like, woo, I scored. Very interesting to me. Let's see. Yeah, I hit off Ward's shoulder too and in, so it wasn't like a clean snipe, but for the sake of video purpose, it was a snipe, even though it just hit shoulder and in. But anyway, Pasta would then get his first of the period, would not be his last. Pasta stops puck from getting out of the zone. You always love to see that. Then does a give and go to Marchand, which he passes through two defenders, skates right by the two defenders. Marchand gives it back. He then uses Riley Nash and Hayden Fleury as a screen and then snipes back bar and out. So back bar is good goal. It didn't look like a goal live because of how quick it was in and out, but it hit back bar and in. Definite goal. Very hard to tell live. It's 4-3, and you can feel something was coming here. That goal was 56 seconds after the Matt Grzelcyk goal. So they were getting a lot of momentum here. All of a sudden, the Bruins that looked like they were dead come back from the dead. Undertaker, zombie-like. Danton Heinen, big for him. He gets monkey off his back, I guess you could say. First goal in 16 games. Carlo throws pucks hard around the boards. It hits off Nash, pops off, and Krejci, this is legal, by the way, throws it out in front of him a little, and he has a lot of speed when he catches it. So I think that's the reason why he throws it out. Live, a ref would probably never call this because of how quick it goes, but when you slow it down, you look at it, yeah, it's a legal, forward pass to yourself. This forward toss creates a 2-on-1, and Krejci, who's a very big on passing the puck, not the biggest scorer. You'd be confused, though, if you started watching the Bruins a few games ago, because he's been putting the puck in the net a lot lately. Who laid out? I don't know who laid... Pesce again. He lays out. He's trying to defend the pass. Big mistake tonight, but he should defend the pass this time. Krejci sauces it over the stick, and Heinen gets an empty net, basically, because he beats Ward, who can't get over in time. Good to see Heinen get the goal. If you want a player to get a goal in this game, it's probably Danton Heinen, because he hadn't had one in so long, and he was very productive at the beginning of the year. As I mentioned, that was not Pasta's last goal. Pasta would get his 26 on the power play. Do I mention how he got the power play? Oh, yeah. Justin Falk, who looks like a cartoon villain with that mustache and hair. Oh, my God, he looks like Waluigi from the Super Mario series and all that. Guy looks straight out of a cartoon. They win the face-off. He immediately backhands it to row 18, which makes no sense to me. And he kind of just looked up like, oh, crap, and slams his stick, which it's like, what are you thinking? Anyway, he creates the power play, which, you felt everything was going our way at this point. We had 3 goals right there. Those 3 last goals I described, 76 seconds apart, I believe, something like that. But anyway, 30 seconds later, Pasta would collect his 26. Puck down low, Marchand comes out with it, throws it to the middle of the points where Grzelcyk is. Grzelcyk immediately slides it over to Pasta. Pasta one-time slap shot over the same glove side that Grzelcyk beat. Cam Ward looked awful on that side. He just collapsed like James Reimer back in 2013. This is very relatable to that. So pure filthy snipe. Slavin almost blocked this, but he just couldn't get his body on it. Too bad for him. Sucks for him. Couldn't get there. Too late. Too bad. Anyway, so that would basically be the... and then Pasta would get his hat trick, the 27th of the year, from Miller and Riley Nash. Third period Hattie. All 3 goals coming in the third. Big. Nash and Miller did great work on the boards to get up to him, and he shot it from the red line, and he got the hat trick. Nice to see. Bruins win with the ice game there. I was in shock. Me and my dad were high-fiving in the basement. He went up to go to bed because he wakes up early. He came back down, and he did the right move there. Riley Nash had 2 assists versus his former team. I'm recapping some things here. Holden was the time on ice leader for the Bruins. It was obviously going to be a defenseman with Krug and Char going out. Holden had 24 minutes and 5 seconds. He's looked great since starting for the Bruins. I would like to see him in the lineup even when we're out full strength. That would be nice. Justin Falk was the time on ice leader. Waluigi, my bad. 25 minutes and 4 seconds. Marchand with a goal and 2 assists to keep his status up there in top 5 in points per game in the league. MVP, he should be in the combo, but he shouldn't win, in my opinion. Unless he does insanity stat line for the last 14 games here. By the way, we only have 14 games left. Yeah, playoffs are that close. It's gonna get fun. Kevin Miller had 6 blocks, which is big. Grzelcyk had 4 blocks. Thought that was notable, so I wrote it down. Another thing that was notable was how bad we were in the faceoff circle. That will happen when you lose Patrice Bergeron. 39% as a team. Only person who was around 50%, who was 50% of the dot, was David Backes, 11 for 22. Second game in a row that the opposing team has been 2 for 5 on the power play. So that's 40%. That is a bad penalty kill at the moment. And if I remember right, we had a few goals against us in the first game against Chicago of the last weekend where we let up goals right after the power play had ended. So, the Char goal at the end of the one on Sunday, and I believe there was another one on Saturday. So, overall, we need to tighten up. I know Bergeron's out. I know Backes was out. I know McAvoy's out. I know half our roster seems like it's going to be out, but, you got to be better. Anyway, shots on goal were 34-33 Boston. Boston went out to a big lead early, lost it. Carolina had a consider it decent lead on the shots on goal, but then we came back and we owned them the last 10 minutes. We were really good in the last 10 minutes of the game. Sadly, we couldn't put together a good 60, but we got 2 points, so I mean, can't hate. The Maple Leafs, it was basically like Maple Leafs PTSD if you're a Maple Leafs fan watching this game. Like, wow, this happened to us. We know how you feel, except it was regular season. Trail 4-1 with less than 10 minutes to go. We've seen that before. Different team, different players for the most part, but, we pulled it off. Couldn't see it coming, but it happened. I'm in shock. That Grizz, Pasta, and Heinen goal were 77 seconds apart. I have a Justin Falk quote from my phone, which I thought was interesting because, he's the one who caused the goal again, so I thought, what is he going to say? And I quote Justin Falk. "We're in a position trying to scratch and claw. Our backs are against the wall, and we're playing tight," Falk said. "We're not playing loose. We're probably not playing with much confidence as a whole. I don't really know how to explain what just happened. It's tough." Yeah, it is tough when you go to the box and then they score the eventual game-winning goal. It's tough when you guys were in a playoff spot and you guys completely blew it. Yeah, it must be tough. I agree. You were kind of part of the reason, but, what you gonna do? Justin Falk's a pretty good player, though, so the Hurricanes have a bright future, I think, with Aho, Teravainen, but they really need to add to their offensive core. Their defensive core is decent. Goaltending they need to fix. I thought Scott Darling would be the answer, as I mentioned earlier. Not. At what cost, though? This is what I'm going to end on. Actually, I'm going to end on who they're playing. They're playing Florida Thursday and Tampa Saturday. Tampa, if you lose to us Saturday, I mean, that's got to be a big knock on your confidence with how much we're missing right now. We are missing McAvoy and Bergeron coming into the night, and then Char goes out with what I'm assuming is a shoulder injury. I'm not expecting him back soon. Yes, he'll be back for the playoffs and all that, but with where we're at in the standings, the only thing to play for is the first seed, which kind of is a big deal, but at the same time, Char's health is a bigger deal. So I'm expecting at least a week missed by Char, so I don't expect him playing that game versus Tampa or Florida. Could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be. Char is a warrior, tough guy, all that. He's from a tough part in Europe, so I'm assuming he'll probably want to play if he can. DeBrusk, concussions, head injuries are weird. Don't ask me to predict it, but I think that injury is less significant than Char and Krug. Krug, well, I don't know what's wrong with him. If you know in the comments, please put it there because nothing was said. Nothing's on Twitter. It is around 2 a.m. on, what is it now, Wednesday morning? Yeah, I think it's Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday. Yeah, I'm up late. Spring break, you know how it is. Krug's a big blow because power play wise. Defensively, you're not really losing much with him out of the lineup, which, is kind of what our issue's been lately. So I'm not too upset with that. The Char injury is the big one out of these three, along with the injuries to Bergeron and McAvoy. This is more quantity of injuries at the moment that's going to cost us. But, the depth acquisitions of Holden, Gianta, McQuaid didn't play tonight, so we have him, so he's probably going to come back in. It's just going to be by committee, and we can compete with teams. We got a tough game in Florida on Thursday. Florida's been playing good lately. Roberto Luongo's found the time machine lately. And then we got Tampa Saturday, tough team. So it's not getting easier. Plus, we play Tampa 2 more times after that. We play Florida 3 more times after that. So these two teams should be looking at us with big eyes like, oh, you have your 3 best players on Bergeron, McAvoy, and Char. Actually, no, Marchand's Marchand's probably our best player right now. But, you got multiple players in your top 5 out. They're at full strength from my knowledge. Tampa's got, missing Andre Palat. So, yeah. Really going to be a tough stretch for... Sorry about my chair. My laptop just kind of locked up. But tough stretch for the boys here coming up. Should be fun to watch. I hope you enjoy these videos. I recap it. It's like a little mini Bruins podcast post-game. And by the way, Tampa lost 7-4 tonight against Ottawa. So we are 4 points behind them, 2 games in hand. You do the math. We win those 2 games in hand, we're tied with them. These games against Tampa are big. And the fact that we're not at full strength is frustrating. But, we can do it. I mean, if we can pull out wins like this, I mean, I wouldn't expect to win Saturday, but we definitely can. We're capable. Even not at full strength, we are capable of beating Tampa on any given night. Maybe not a series with the squad we have right now with injuries, but when we're at full strength, we can beat them in a series, and when we're injured, we can beat them on any given night because we are a deep team. I've been your boy PatTar98. Hit like and subscribe. See you on Thursday night or Friday morning with the next video of Florida. Hope you enjoyed this comeback as much as I did. Great fun to watch in the last 10 minutes. Great entertainment value, as Jack Edwards would say. Who has more fun than us watching the Bruins? Not many other fan bases, I'll tell you that much this year. And I'll see you next time. Bye.